Hare Krishna. So some of the questions, let me start. The first question, which I missed yesterday, day before, is what, and some of those whom I missed the earlier questions, you can type in the chat. One question, is there any difference between Hari and Hare? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna means energy of Krishna. And Hari means the name of Krishna. So energy of Krishna is Radharani. So when you tell Hare, it means Hare Krishna means we are talking about energy of Krishna. That is what it is, Hare Krishna. Okay. So that is one. So I hope one question I answered. So one more question here we have from, who is, okay. Is there a possibility from Mihir question, Hare Krishna? Is it possible that some people who are saint from childhood may not have done mistake? Mihir, knowingly may not be, but unknowingly every one of us do mistake. The moment we accept, then it's fine. Some mistake, knowingly, especially people who are saintly and who believe you have to do good, land up doing mistakes. I'll tell you why. Sometimes you have two people, you have to handle one person. So in the intention of taking care of one person, you may actually unknowingly do harm to another person. So somewhere or the other, you will hit the shoe, right? And many times you will see people trying to do more mistakes when they want to please more people. So I hope I've answered your question, Mihir, and let me unmute so that you can unmute yourself. Hare Krishna. Is your question answered? Thank you, Mihir. Hare Krishna. Someone has asked, please send 5 and 6 PDFs. Yes, we will send. I think it was already sent, but I will resend this. Hare Krishna. 6 we'll send after the class. Hare Krishna. Is there any other question? Hare Krishna. Neetu, you had a couple of questions. So
yeah. Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji. There was one more question which was left unanswered yesterday. So how can we get rid of past karmas?
Thank you so much for bringing that question up. Now you have the answer. So what happens is, it's a very advanced topic, but in one line, there are karmas which are broadly 2 categories, manifested and unmanifested. What do you mean by manifested? Manifested is something where you are experiencing, my window open. Manifested is something which you where the results are immediately come. Example, you are punished. I have fever, I have cold, I have chronic ailments. Why all of this are coming? Because I am going through a lot of problem now, right? I am facing a lot of things now. Why? It's because of past karma. And to extend this question, you may have that the karma of the previous janma now, or even this janma will like it. There is no immediate answer, right? If your karmas can be burnt off now, it will come as a solution. But actually speaking, just to give a liner on karma, so all the karmas which are there, even at a seed level, which means like a bijam, right? It's at a very seedling stage. Or the karmas which are like huge bags, right? Which is going to hit, all the karmas get wiped away. But the karmas which are already manifested, right? There will be some karma which is already there, like a, fever or something which is there. That, is also getting wiped, but the impact of that will already start seeing. Like, for example, you already have a viral fever. The moment I take the Japamala and chant, it doesn't mean today the viral fever will stop. You have to go through that. Hare Krishna. I hope I've answered that question. And please go ahead with the next question also, Neetu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, that was the only unanswered question from the past session. Yeah.
Sure. Do you want to read the questions in the chat so that I can answer with the names of whoever has asked?
Okay, so there is another question from Raktima Mataji. Ma'am, some people call Radharani Supreme and some calls Rukmini Mata Supreme, while a lot of them call them to be the same as they are avatars of Lakshmi Mata. Which one is correct?
Okay, Hare Krishna. Everything is correct. So everything is correct. So Radharani is the internal potency of Krishna. Krishna's internal energy is only Radharani, right? It is also called Kladini Shakti, right? Where she's also called the pleasure potency. So to answer, Radharani is the one who gives maximum happiness to Krishna because it is unconditional love, right? So the love of gopis as well as Radharani is highest, and we are going to see that in Goloka Vrindavan, right? In the Goloka chart, which I will show now. So that is one. And a lot of these goddess Lakshmi are all expansions of Radharani only. And they are called wives, Dwaraka, right? They have a right. So now you have to tell me something. I'm confident there are not many married people here. Are there anyone married in the group can relate better? Whom will you like more, your girlfriend or your wife? Okay. Okay. Now even unmarried you people can answer. Come on. Right. So that is the difference, because with a girlfriend, there is no commitment, or boyfriend, whomever, right? So what happens here is there is no commitment. Commitment in the sense there is unconditional love in the actual sense of understanding. Today, it's more of a nuisance. That's a different thing because we are materially connected. But in the spiritual world, what happens is Radharani is mad of Krishna and is so much happy and willing to do everything. So much that Krishna cannot understand how much happiness Radharani is getting from serving me. To understand that mood of Radharani, he comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years back, because he wants to understand what is it that the devotees are getting. I am happy that devotees are for me, but what happiness do they get? Because I need to enjoy that happiness. So he is born and comes himself as a devotee and takes the color of Radharani, because she's the greatest devotee, to understand what happiness they are getting, because Krishna is missing that. The happiness of the devotee is more than what Krishna is enjoying himself. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. Hare Krishna. I hope I've answered your question. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Another question from Arushri Mataji. Every time it is not possible to carry mala everywhere. So at that time, can we count on fingers?
Okay, Hare Krishna. I used to count only on fingers to start with. But then, trust me, I felt counting on mala is much better and easier because of two reasons. One is, they say normally if you can control one sense itself, your concentration increases. Now by doing this, your mouth you're speaking, ears you're listening, you're even watching your mala sometimes, and then you're chanting, right? So what happens? You're actually engaging 3-4 senses. So your concentration is higher, one. Second is, totally when you can't carry your mala everywhere, you can chant, but the actual chanting is not even with fingers, because when you use your fingers, you concentrate on your finger count. Right? So you can tell, but your counting of mala has 108, the beads. So the 108 bead is called one mala, and that it's best you do. So you can start with one round, because one round takes 5.5 minutes in the beginning, maximum 7-8 minutes. So, can you give one round, that's 7 minutes to start with in a day. And later we increase, 16 rounds takes us about 1.5 hours. So you'll reach a stage where, 1.5 hours is okay to give. So that time you can do. You don't need to start with 16 rounds. You can start with one round. Is that fine? Hare Krishna. You can unmute yourself if, you have a challenge or you want to acknowledge. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Next question. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So next question is from Shubham Mataji. Why are we getting Krishna's mercy for free? We don't have any qualifications, and further, we are all sinful beings. Hare Krishna.
So sweet. Who answered this question? Unmute. I'm hearing for the first time someone telling this. I've only else. I've told that I do so much for Krishna. I do so much. I love him so much. I'm so happy you're so realized. I'm very grateful and thankful for this realization. Hare Krishna. Very unusual this kind of
Mataji, actually I am in train traveling and listening.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so actually he is on the train. He got his heard. Yeah.
No problem. I'll answer your question. Let me give you thank you. So what is happening is, let's take your parents also as an example, right? They will have 2 children. They may be angry with the child who's not studying well, or who's dumb, or who's arrogant. But do they disown the child? Do they throw the child out and tell, get lost? I just don't need you anymore. Have you ever seen parents doing it? At least mother. There are situations when father, at least out of anger, has told, get out of my house. But I have never seen, mostly, there could be exceptions, but normally you'll never see a mom telling, you have not studied, don't even show me your face, get out. Maybe for a moment as an anger, but they won't mean. Do you agree? I mean, if you have exceptional mothers, I'm sorry, but then normally they don't, right? So why am I telling this is because same way Krishna loves you so much, so much. You're absolutely right. It's not you, it's not me. None of us deserve to be loved, right? But he doesn't abandon us. He tries. And that is why we are telling, we will come here and we will understand a lot of this in the coming chapters. He's telling that I am in your heart as Paramatma. We are telling, Bhaga, I don't want to get lost. I want to come and enjoy the way you are only enjoying here. He says, okay, I'll give you spiritual, I'll give you a material world. And then you're telling, I don't want it. I want some very nice things to happen. What is a nice thing? I want freedom. I want independence. Okay, I'll give you. but I'm scared to leave you alone. I will come as Paramatma. I will tell you occasionally when you make mistake, but I won't influence you. Your decision is final, but I just want to be there. I won't even watch over you until you ask me. I won't even show my existence. That is the greatness of him. He is just there, right? And we can see him when you start feeling him, when you accept him. Hare Krishna. I hope I've answered your question. I'm trying hard. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The next question is from Tanya Mataji. So her question is, are some of our dreams has glimpse of our past life? Do we see sometimes our past life in our dreams, or it's just our mind?
Okay, very nice. There are four things which come in the dream, right? One is, sickness. So whatever is your fear or sickness, which is there in your subconscious or in your body comes, right? Which is true. Second is ghost. Sometimes you get, thing because somewhere, you have fear of ghosts and these things come. Third is snake, which comes in. And fourth is God, which is very rare. So if anyone has got God in your dream, then it's very rare. It means, you're lucky. And so breed on it. But anything other than that, right, are largely reflection of fears. Your subconscious fear, what your eye sees, all these are what is captured in dream. And this is said even psychologically. So dreams are there. Now, it may or may not be a part of your past life, but that's something which I can't tell concrete. But deja vu, right? Already. Deja vu is a French term, which means already. So it means that you will come across a situation where a particular perfume or a place, all of us will experience this. You already know it so well, right? So well that you know what is next, what is coming in, right? Is what people normally tell, is from your previous life. But dreams not necessarily should be a previous life. It could also be present. So it's very hard to tell. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The next question is from Hanspal Prabhuji. So he's asking, how can I be more patient while learning a new skill?
Hare Krishna. So patience you will need for everything, not necessarily for learning, but I totally agree. Learning is very difficult. You have been very patient. If you realize, we all have been very patient, because if anyone asks me which is your toughest learning in your entire life, I would say LKG. You may laugh at me. Today, LKG seems easy, but can you understand at 3 years, I don't know how to hold a pencil, right? There is absolutely no coordination of my hand and my mind. And in the house, we speak Telugu, so I don't know what an A means also. And, I have to hold the pencil and I write some alphabet, which I don't understand what it is. And I have 3 people teaching me to do something which I don't like. Don't you think that I am going through the biggest trauma in my life at the age of 3? Yes or no? And when I say I, it means all of us have patiently tolerated. If you can succeed your LKG, holding a pencil, totally patiently doing all that, then you can succeed learning anything. So to answer your question in one line, you will get patience automatically if you start chanting for the patience you want. And this is something which you want, right? You want to be patient. It's very easy. You just are telling Krishna, and Krishna automatically understands as you're chanting, and patience will be, as I said, a byproduct of your chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So the next question is from Mihir Prabhuji. So his question is, do we get punishment of our past birth in present life?
Yes, so that is only karma, no? So whatever mistakes we have done, we have the account to be settled. So definitely our punishments are not only carried out of the past to the present life for many births. I will tell you an example of Mahabharata where Duryodhana father, right, Dhritarashtra, was born blind and he lost his 100 children. It's very cruel. He may be a bad person. I'm not getting there. But it happened, right? Why? Because 100 years back, right, what happened for him, I will tell you. Not 150 years ago, he, actually killed and he also lost the, of a bird, all the kids, actually died. And what happened is there was a curse, and therefore with every birth he had to gain punya. So every birth with punya he managed to get one child. Like that, he had to pass so many births, right? So like literally 100, not even 50, 100 births, he got credits. He added credits and then, it was chopped. So sometimes you take not just one birth, many births, because to get something, you need to have punya. To lose something, you would have done papa. So you need to earn that to lose it also. You may tell it's not worth it, but that's how the law works, right? So it's like a loan. You have a loan of, let's say, 100 rupee, and you are a pauper. What will you do? You have to earn. So get 20 rupees, you have to pay that loan, right? You will tell, not fair, I don't have money, but you don't have a choice. So that's the same way. So this is your karma is also on drain. So you have to borrow your good credits to set off your bad credits. One does not get adjusted. I'm just giving this as an example. For the good credits, you enjoy. For the bad credits, you suffer. It's not like a bank balance technically. This is just one example for you to understand. Yes. Why? Because God gives a lot of scope for us to correct. Example, you have a Mahamantra. Can you fix it? Yes, you can. But do we do it? No. If a karma has to have immediate thing, I'll tell you how it will be. I don't like this mosquito. It's torturing me. I kill it. The child of the mosquito is so angry. It tells, no, Radhika killed it. He has to die. A sword will come from here and fatal, I should die the next second without even understanding anything. Is that right? If it happens immediately, as I'm teaching, I kill a mosquito, my karma should chop me off. Not right? That is why, you have accounts held for a while so that you have chance of fixation and remedies. Hare Krishna, which we call Prayachitta, which is inbuilt in Mahamantra. Hare Krishna. I hope I've answered.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we have another question from Shubham Prabhuji. So once we start getting mercy of Krishna, then how to absorb it to the fullest and further advance for more mercy? Because by sanskar, our tendency is to fall in ignorance again and again.
Hare Krishna, such a beautiful question.
Yeah.
So the one solution is you don't leave two things. One is your japa, right? So you're holding Krishna tightly. And next is sadhu sangha, which means devotee association. When do you fall into ignorance? Like I was talking to you about a story of a friend. She used to keep Drishan, she used to do all tilaks, she used to go to temple, clean temple, and she used to preach her friends, right? Oh, I don't believe in God. God is not great. It's just a myth. My mom is torturing, so I did all of it. And the fact of it is, a mom was never there in school, but she used to keep the tilak the whole day. She could rub it off, right? So the point is, why am I telling is your sangha is a very important influencing factor. It is absolutely important that your association is with the right person. And I never understood it better until now, because I used to tell, how will friends influence? But yes, they influence, which is why it is important that you have devotee association. And after level 1, we will ensure that you don't fall in the mode of ignorance, because we are going to send you an invite for level 2, and all of it, our admin Neetu is going to explain on Monday, and you can clearly see there and upgrade yourself. And it also, we will have, besides taking you to the next level of teaching you Bhagavad Gita, nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction, Ishopanishad, we will also group you into small circles called Bhakti Vriksha Study Group Circle. So this is not like studying for exam, but this is like more like reading, telling each other, and you can connect and you can grow from level 2 to level 3, level 3 to level 4. It's more like a buddy group, right? We have buddy friends group. So this is more of a buddy group, and we call it Sadhu Sangha group, or you call it Bhakti Vriksha subgroups. And you can continue your journey. And therefore, if you're falling in the mode of ignorance, someone will tell you, hey, don't do it, don't fall. So that way it will help. That is why the first step, we talk about Shraddha, which is faith, right? And next is Sadhu Sangha, which means that you will form a committee of your own like-minded devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So Hare Krishna Mataji. So that was the last question we had on the chat, which I could see. If you can check whether you've got any private questions.
Also. So okay. There is one direct message. Just 1 second. Why we are getting Krishna? Okay, that I think she has put in the group also. And for that's come in the group also. That's also nice. Hare Krishna. I can be more patient. I think most of the messages are copied in the group also. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. All this, we will end the session.